What is up, yo? This is the here is the Sar, and I'm here right now to do a very special video. As a lot of people know, well, as everyone should know, the end of a decade is coming in about 2 or 3 weeks, with the new year upon us. Since we're going to 2010, starting a whole nother decade. So until then, I'm going to be giving my top 10 list. I know a few people have already started doing this with different things, like Instant Classics done his top 10 movies of the decade, in his opinion. So, which I thought was a very entertaining video, by the way. But I'm just going to stick with the wrestling basis, and I'm going to start off with my top 10 matches of the decade. Now, I'm going to list all the nominees in my description box there. And the rules are that, well, there actually are no rules. Any match can make it. Any match that has a rating of 4¼ stars, in my opinion, or higher, has to have at least 4¼ stars. If it's 4 stars flat, it does not make the list. So, but there we go. Kicking it off with number 10. Number 10 is from WrestleMania 17, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. Amazing match. Amazing friggin' match. Like I said before in my review of WrestleMania 17, this is the second best WrestleMania main event of all time, in my opinion. What's the first best? Well, might just come along later in the video. This is a 4¾ star match. Amazing. The only reason why this match does not place higher and probably does not get a 5-star rating for me is because of the interference toward the end of Vince McMahon. It did make sense and it was great, but just interference in the match does take a little bit away from me. So, match number 9 is also from 2000. Actually, 4 of the top 10 matches are from 2001. So, match number 4 on the list comes to us from Smackdown, May 31st, 2001. My personal favorite TV match of all time. Chris Benoit versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWF title in Edmonton, Alberta. Amazing, fucking amazing match. This, like I said, this is the greatest TV match ever. Maybe Davey Boy Smith versus Owen Hart from 1997 might overtake this a little bit, but this is my personal favorite TV match of all time. The crowd was amazingly in this match. They wanted Chris Benoit to win it so badly, and when he got jerked at the end, they wanted to kill Austin. So their reaction to everything was great. Everything in the match, it was like 20-25 minutes of just non-stop wrestling awesomeness. So that's why I love this match. That's why this match is the 9th greatest match of the decade, in my opinion. Another 4¾ star match. Number 8 on the list comes to us from WrestleMania 21, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. What more can I say about this match that's already been said? Actually, a lot of people are probably going to be pissed that this match isn't placed higher on the list, since a lot of people thought this is probably one of the greatest matches, if not the greatest match ever. I can't agree to that, since the first 5 or 6 minutes or so were a little slower than I would have wanted, but the remaining of the match was just amazing, like awesomeness. And this was a hell of a match. This is a dream match. I've been looking forward to this match for since Shawn Michaels' return, and it finally happened. And I was so pumped, and it lived up to the hype. That's all I can say. It lived up, and they had an amazing match. The best WWE match of 2005, and probably the third best match of 2005 overall. So just a hell of a match. Number 7 on the list comes to us another match from WrestleMania 17. Damn. No wonder why they call that the greatest wrestling event of all time, because it just might be. Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys, TLC 2. My personal favorite TLC match, and the one of only 2 tag team matches to make the whole list. Since, as we all know, tag team wrestling took a big step down toward the end, especially toward the end of the 2000s. So, well, the early 2000 decade. This match was just 15 minutes of just wall-to-the-wall action, just amazingness. The other 3 ladder/TLC matches that these teams had were amazing as well, but this one just stands out in my eyes just because, yes, there was interference, but it pulled the rest of the match together, and just, like I said, it was 15 minutes of just, non-stop pacing this action, and there was, everyone sold when they were supposed to, everyone did what they were supposed to. This was amazing. So, 4¾ stars. And this, like I said, one of only 2 tag team matches to make the top 10 of the decade. So, coming in at number 6, it is Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit from the Royal Rumble 2003. This Oh my god, what can I say about this match? That, like I said, that hasn't already been said. This is one of the greatest technical matches in WWE, well, in WWE history that you will ever see. These two guys, they'd wrestled each other so many times, but this is definitely the cream of the crop of their entire series of matches. Just nothing but counters, like reversals, like amazing wrestling, amazing, like, German suplexes, Chris Benoit doing the headbutt from one side of the ring all the way to the other, and them two looking like they wanted to actually kill each other in that ring that night. And the only thing probably holding this match from getting like 5 stars is the fact that I think that it was cut a little too short. I think like it should have gone another 5 minutes, because this was just amazing. And what killed me is that Scott Steiner versus Triple H, which happened right before it, got a little more time than this match did, and that match was one of the worst matches of 2003. So anyway, this is definitely the best match of 03, and well, the best mainstream match of 03, and number 6 on my list. So 4.75 star match, amazing. Number 5 is Triple H versus Cactus Jack from the first ever pay-per-view of the decade, the Royal Rumble 2000. My personal favorite match of the year 2000. This is probably my favorite street fight of all time. Talking about looking like they want to kill each other, this is what these two guys actually tried to do. Like the injuries that Triple H had after the match, when they showed that video of him getting like his leg stitched up and like his head stitched, was just, oh my god. And then the first time, I think it was the first time they used thumbtacks in the WWE, when Cactus got pedigreed on him, like, you have to cringe at that, just because like you're thinking, like, did they go in his eye, did they go like in his fucking mouth, did they puncture something, right? So it was just incredible. And the overall match, just like half an hour of hardcore like awesomeness, and it wasn't like a garbage match or anything. It fit together perfectly. So 4.75 stars, number 5 on my list. Number 4 comes to us from No Way Out 2001, and is the highest rated match of 2001, the final one on the list, Triple H versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. How the hell could this match not make the list? This is the match that put Triple H on the map. He'd already had an amazing year in 2000, but this is the match that made him the game. And this match was 40 minutes. 40 minutes that just flew right by. So just so much amazingness in this match. I can't already say like enough that's already been said about it. So 4.75 stars. Best match of the year of 2001, and a fitting spot at number 4 on this list. So number 3 comes to us from 2002. Surprisingly, 2002, as many amazing matches as it had, this was the only one that made the list. Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle versus Edge and Rey Mysterio from No Mercy 2002. In my opinion, this is probably the best tag team match that the WWE's ever done. Just like the storytelling, the amount of moves that they did, like the stuff that Rey was doing, stuff that he hadn't done since probably WCW days. Just everyone going crazy in this match, and thing is, these guys like just incredibly stole the show. Like just from out of like Undertaker, Brock Lesnar. Some people say that those guys stole the show. I completely disagree. This match took everything out of the crowd. The crowd thought the match was going to end so many freaking times, and then it's just like kick out, or they didn't tap out. And like I said, this is the greatest tag team match that the WWE has ever done, in my opinion. So 4.75 stars, this close to getting 5 stars, but just amazing match, amazing match. And numbers 2 and 1. These two matches get the same rating, and they can be placed either way, but match number 2 comes to us from WrestleMania 20, Chris Benoit versus Shawn Michaels versus Triple H. In my opinion, the greatest triple threat match of all time. Unbreakable 05 is a very honorable mention, but this is my favorite triple threat match ever. And the mark-out moment at the end of the match, as we all know, Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero, and Eddie Guerrero in the ring. I'm a big mark, still am, for Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, so seeing that just friggin' brings tears to my eyes now. But anyway, that's number 2 on the list, because that was a 5-star classic. It was the greatest main event in WrestleMania history, probably one of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history. Number 1, in my opinion, definitely another one of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history from this year, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. A lot of people are going to be commenting, you overrated this, you overrated this. I have never marked out so much for a match in my entire life, probably, than I did that match. So that's why it gets number 1 on my list. And I'm sorry, but I'm out of time. So there's my top 10 list. What's yours?